So, wanted to make this video because one, as the title says, Ghost of Yōtei is not woke. Yes, it's not woke. You heard it right. This game is not woke. And we're going to be debunking a lot of the arguments because it's nothing but the most laughable thing that I've ever heard in my life. One, there is nothing woke about this game whatsoever. I played the game, I own the game, and nothing is woken up. And we're going to show you that these people really are reaching now. Just give me a second. I forgot about the screenshots. There's so many videos online. I've looked at all the arguments, and none of them are actual valid points or anything like that. It's just, like I said, these Donald Trump supporters, that we all know their IQ is about 0. That's why they voted Donald Trump. They're just reaching, they're really reaching, and it's beyond funny. They're just making up garbage, saying with all this crap. I can close that now. It's only 2 screenshots anyway, so I'll continue sharing the screen. Because it's not woke. Now, I'm going to be real. If this game was woke, I'd be calling it out right now. I really would, but they're reaching so far now. There was one video that I saw. It's just typical, like I said, Republicans. It really is. IQ's about 0. But this one scene alone, the same from this, it's woke because of this. It's the most laughable thing I've ever heard in my life. It really is. 2 females are talking to one another. They're taking care of a child. That's instantly woke. The reaching, the videos are saying that basically at the end of the game, it's a same-sex couple. No, it's not. Nowhere in the game does it hint at that. Nowhere does it say that. Through the entire game, nowhere is it hinted that they are into women or anything like that through the entire game. So they're just making stuff up. This is what I said. This is how desperate these anti-woke, literally Republicans that voted Donald Trump. This is how desperate they are. That they're just making stuff up now. They're just making stuff up. None of it is proof. None of it is actually in the game. They're just making it up. They're saying so many of the stupid stuff that they're saying. They're basically saying that, oh, the whole game is basically empowering women and all the men are weak and betas. Nowhere is that in the game. Nowhere are men portrayed in this game as weak. So it's another lie again. It's just funny, the things they're reaching to. It's beyond funny. It really is. The amount of how desperate they are just to make stuff up. And you always look at the people calling this game woke. They're all losers. They're all in like the 30s to 40s. And let's be realistic. Anyone calling this game woke, let's just be real. They hate women. That's a fact. They hate women. They just don't. These Republicans want to say that, you play as a female in a video game. That's woke. Nope, it's not woke. As well, they say this game is woke because it's not a attractive Asian, basically female. and she's not dressed in sexual clothing. Well, guess what? Guess what, Donald Trump supporters? This is in the this is how they dress back then in Japanese culture. It's called the samurai. It's they're not going to be wearing stuff like they wear in America, because America, we all know America's got no morals, but they're not going to be wearing mini skirts. They're not going to be wearing tank tops. Not going to be wearing sexualized clothing, because again, they didn't wear it back then. So again, more just reaching nonsense because they're desperate to call this game woke. Look, as I said, I've looked on all the arguments, and not a single person could actually make a valid argument. It's just them reaching and making stuff up that's not actually in the game. Saying that these two women, because again, they're taking care of a child, that means that they're a couple. I guess women that are friends and they're friends with one another, I guess women can't be friends with one another. That instantly makes them a couple. As I said, these people just hate women and they should come out and say it. They have a massive problem with women that are not looking like a supermodel as a main character. They didn't say anything about Tomb Raider. Tomb Raider, what is Tomb Raider? Lara Croft, independent, strong female woman that goes around in the games shooting basically enemies and shooting, taking down tigers and bears like that. But because she's attractive, that's not woke. That's really what this is. Because she's not looking like a supermodel, that's why they call it woke. I guarantee you that if she looked like Laura Croft or looked like that garbage game Nia, they wouldn't be calling it woke. They'd be saying it's the best game ever made. Look at the instance for Stellar Blade. They called that game Game of the Year just because they could look up Stella's skirt. Literally, because they could look up her skirt. Well, her name's not Stella, her name's Eve. But that's the only reason they said it was Game of the Year. And it didn't win Game of the Year, did it? Because it isn't Game of the Year material. It's just a gooner, basically jerk off simulator. That's all it is. The game's story, as I said, with Stellar Blade is trash. It really is. It's just a game where a hack and slash, not any different from the games like Devil May Cry. But that game, also, even that game, is strong, defeats enemies with a sword, and is a strong female. That's not woke though, is it? You see what I mean? These people are hypocrites. A lot of the Republicans and the Donald Trump supporters, one are some of the biggest retards on the planet, and term the hypocrites. A lot of them are, and a lot of them are neo-Nazi racists. This is just a fact. It's just a fact. Because no one can actually give a solid reason as to why this game is woke. Oh, the actor identifies as certain thing. So does many people. There's many people that work in the gaming industry. There's people who work at Rockstar Games that are part of a certain community. So I guess that instantly makes every Rockstar game woke. No, they just live in a little fantasy bubble. They're as mad that this game isn't woke. They're mad that their boycott is not working. People are still buying the game. So they have to keep making stuff up because they've got nothing better else to do with the sad little lives. And as I said, they're saying that this one scene here, oh, they're a same couple marriage. That's what they're saying. Nowhere is that hinted they don't kiss in the game. None of that happens. So just making stuff up, which that's all they can do. Just make stuff up. And there was a video that I seen where some guy was saying that all the the because the real people that are mad, like they even say Ghost of Yōtei 1 was a masterpiece. No, it wasn't. It wasn't. And they want to talk about history in this video game that, oh, there was no women samurais then. Well, guess what? The character that you play in Ghost of Yōtei, basically Ghost of Tsushima, or Tsushima, however it's said, he never existed. He never existed. So, just making history up. As I said, they're just desperate to call anything woke because that's all they're doing. These anti-woke channels are nothing but bots. That's all they are. They all say the same thing. They're all dumb. And they do it for views. People call them grifters. That's exactly what they are. That is exactly what they are. They basically just make stuff up for views. They don't care about the gaming industry and the state that it's in. They couldn't care less. They're like, oh, these people, you always find these people, they don't even play video games. They don't like video games. They just say every game's woke because they got nothing better else to do with their sad little lives. But it's just funny. Not a single proof that this game is woke. The arguments are just dumb. Nowhere you can just go look up the whole entire cutscenes and the whole entire game of Ghost of Yōtei, and not once do these two kiss, not once do these is it hinted that they're in a couple or anything like that. Basically, they're taking care of the baby, so that instantly means woke. Laughable. Just stupid and dumb. And that's why I'm just laughing at it. It really is. It's as funny as anything. And again, the only reason they're hating on this character is because, one, she's not looking like a supermodel, looking like Stellar Blade and stuff like that. That's what you got to understand with these hypocrites. If this was a samurai game where the female was like Bayonetta or whatever, they'd be praising it. They'd be saying it's game of the year. Because it's funny that these people call people incels, and yet you can just tell they're one themselves. Because, oh, we're gonna say this game's a masterpiece if it's a over-sexualized woman that's basically wearing nothing. Says everything that I need to know. That video that I made years ago, I meant what I said in it. All a lot of these fake gamers care about and these anti-woke channels care about is whether there's a hot female in a video game. They're not real gamers. They're not gamers. They're just losers. All they care about is an attractive female in a video game. Again, we can sit here all day exposing their nonsense where they say, oh, a female main lead as a character in a video game. She's strong, independent. The story's about revenge. Oh, that's woke. Yet there's so many games. Tomb Raider, Lara Croft, shoots and battles lions and bears and all that, and battles a dinosaur in one of the games. And so she's seen as strong, independent. She's rich. She does everything for herself. She goes rock climbing, goes to tombs. That's not woke. That's not seen as what they claim girl boss. That's not woke. That's not pushing a agenda that all women are strong and independent. So this shows, like I said, this hypocrites, and their whole argument is just dumb. It really is. Another game, Resident Evil 3, the original. Even in the remake, they promote Jill as like this strong female, independent, and even the way she talks to Carlos in the original OG Resident Evil Nemesis, she's like, Carlos is like, "Oh, you women love my accent," and she's like, "Yeah, dream on, Carlos." No one said that was woke. No one said it was woke. Resident Evil 2. Claire, independent. She's going fighting zombies. And also Ada. How is this not considered woke? Resident Evil 2, the OG, with Ada. Leon, the whole game, is simping for Ada, and Leon is promoted as like weak. He gets saved by Ada multiple times. In the remake, it also happens. But, oh, that's not woke. Ada's a attracted Asian girl. So we're not going to say it's woke now because, oh, we're going to offend a bunch of people that basically love to watch pornography. Because that's all it is. Basically, because gaming is not like it used to be, where it's just, oh, and let's be realistic, a lot of the games back in the PS1 era, these nerds want to act like the masterpieces, and they're not. A lot of the games from the PS1 era and the PS2 era were straight garbage. They really were. There's a lot of games that I got rid of that were absolute garbage. And yet these nostalgia gamers that are still living in the past want to say that all the games of the 90s and all that were far better. No, they weren't. A lot of the games in that era were trash. They really were. And that's just realistic. But they want to disclaim everything's woke now. It's just laughable. It really is. It's just funny. So no actual arguments. These people have got no actual arguments to prove that this game is woke. No actual arguments. You just got people calling the game woke with no actual proof. Oh, it's woke because the actor said a bunch of stuff. Well, guess what? There's been thousands of actors that have said stuff in the past that are probably different from your political views. I guess they're woke. Guess they're woke, aren't they? That's what I said. Real gamers don't care about politics or someone's opinion on real world. They'll buy the game, play the game no matter what. Same with me. I don't care her opinion. I don't care her political views, to be honest. I don't support them. It's a video game. Now, if the game was injected with woke politics, like many games like Dragon Age, Veilguard, The Last of Us, and stuff like that, then yeah, you'd have an argument. But no, there's no argument here. They're just desperate because their boycott is not working and people are still buying this game. So they're mad. They have to go, oh, look, this game only sold this amount of copies in a certain country. One, no one cares. Nobody cares. Real gamers, like I said, play video games and don't inject politics or care what somebody else says. So It's just so funny because let's say someone that works on GTA 6, they have woke politics and they are all for censorship and all stuff like that. And then I guarantee you, same hypocrites that voted Donald Trump, we gotta build the wall. My name's Donald Trump. We gotta build the wall. I'm a racist, Donald Trump. We gotta build the wall. Be- I don't know. I might pardon this woman. I might not. I don't know. Let's be realistic. It's just funny. It really is. We know for a fact that you buy that game no matter what. So, you anti woke channels are the biggest trolls on the planet because you're not about what you say in the videos. We all know it's just an act. You're not actually against the so called wokies at all. It's just all an act for views and money. That's why a lot of them do it, because a lot of the left are racist and a lot of them are hypocrites and full of hate. I've spoke to a lot of them. A lot of them neo-Nazis as well. And that's just a fact. But and let's be realistic again. That the people that don't like to play as a woman in a video game just hate women. That's the whole point of this. This is why they don't like this game. That was the first argument before the game even came out. That's why they said it was woke. Because it's a female main lead character. That all that it says to me is you just hate women. That's all it shows me. So you should just come out and admit it instead of hiding behind a mask. You hate women. Just come out and admit it. Stop using video games and the word woke and hiding behind the word woke for your hatred. Because a lot of people do that today. Racists hide behind the word woke as well, so they can fuel their hate. That's the only reason they don't like this game. Because it's not woke. They just don't like that it's a female character. They really don't. Yeah, as I said, there's so many games with female mainly characters from the 90s, Dino Crisis, Clock Tower, Final Fantasy. Many of the Final Fantasy games you play, Final Fantasy 13, I think it was, where you play as Lightning, and she's strong enough. She's independent. That's not woke, oh, is it? It's not pushing an agenda to these people. Oh, I pick and choose what's woke now. I pick and choose what's woke and what isn't, what's pushing an agenda and what isn't. Oh, female main character in a video game is definitely woke. Gotta be woke. Definitely gotta be woke. Jill Valentine, again, Sheva in Resident Evil 5. We can go on and on and on. I'm surprised they're not saying that Resident Evil 9 is woke, to be honest. Resident Evil 9. Just give it a matter of time and you'll have some morons saying that it's woke. Oh, look at this. Resident Evil 9 is woke, guys. Looks woke. You're playing as a female main character in Resident Evil. What a disgrace this is to gaming. This is all we got in gaming now is this woke DEI garbage. I'm a Donald Trump supporter. God bless America. Though I guarantee you they'll be saying it. I guarantee you they'll be saying this. They'll be saying, oh, Resident Evil 9 is woke. Because they hate women. It's just a fact. You can't use any other argument. They hate women. That's a fact. They hate women. They don't want to play as a female in a video game because, again, they secretly hate women, but they won't come out and admit it because then they'll be laughed at and be called what they really are. That is the real truth. You can't debate it or say anything about it. They hate women. And it's very obvious to say. But they'll say to you, I don't hate women, I don't hate women. You do. You don't want a female. What you want in a video game is a female to be weak. That's what you want. That's exactly what you want in a video game. The female to be weak and the game to be boring. If these Republicans made a game, man, with a female in it, it'd be one of the most boring trash games ever made. You'd have the female weak as anything. The boss fights would probably destroy you because the nerf. Now, as I said, we can just sit here all day and expose the nonsense. There's so many games that have a female main role. Many games. What are they going to do when GTA 6 comes out? What are they going to do? Oh, that's right, because that's different, isn't it? Because that's Rockstar Games and these Rockstar fanboys have said for years, we hate Rockstar. Rockstar's a scummy company. Oh, but as soon as the GTA 6 trailer releases, oh, GTA 6, GTA 6, GTA 6, this game is awesome. This game's a masterpiece. Oh, I'm buying this day one. I'm buying it day one. Oh, this game isn't woke, even though it's got a female lead character that's the main protagonist. Jason is probably the side character, but that's not woke. That's not woke. I'm still buying GTA 6 day one, and I'm gonna love it. Oh, look at Lucia. She's a Latino girl. She's got big ass. I'm a Donald Trump supporter. I'm gonna sit there in my room. That's the gamers of today. They're not real gamers. You will buy GTA 6 day one, no doubt. And then even if GTA 6 is woke, you won't call it out. You'll shell it. These people will shell it. They'll kiss the game's ass. And they'll be like, oh, Rockstar is the best game, best company ever made. Even though the game's riddled with woke crap. This is the best game ever made because we're Rockstar fanboys. It's just a fact. I guarantee it's going to happen. They'll they will no doubt defend Rockstar because, again, they love Rockstar. They'll get on their knees for Rockstar. It's just a fact. It is just a fact. And then games that are not actually woke, they have to worm around and try reach and find stuff that isn't actually woke to get an argument. Meon's gone now. Because it's just facts. It really is. And we'll even show you some of the screenshots of the game. There is nothing woke about this game. There's nothing. There's many bosses in this game. Many of them. So I guess it's like 54. There's many of them. I found the first boss too easy. Way too easy. And I had it on normal difficulty. Maybe I find the game is more easier to play, but then again, it's at 4K 60 frames per second. I don't play the original, and I played it on the original on PS4. But you've got people complaining that you can't wear a certain sexual outfit on the specific female character because yeah, I'm sure back then in Just go look up history of the samurai. Would it make sense for a samurai, a Japanese samurai woman, to wear a mini skirt, tank tops, big boobs in that era? No, it wouldn't. It's not realistic. And if that was in the game, the game would be just trash. Well, that's what they want. They want these From Software garbage games that are straight up trash. These games like Nier, boring game. The only reason that game was irrelevant is because she's wearing a leotard and it's right up her ass, and these people love moving the camera angle. That's the only game that was reason that game was irrelevant. Stellar Blade, the only reason that game was so popular because again it was catered to these degenerates that basically just play video games to get sexually aroused. That's just a fact. Because just go play Stellar Blade. It's all the outfits are heavily sexualized. They basically promote Eve as just a sexual object the whole game. They want to use the argument that Korean women look like that in real life. That's not the argument here. They are sexualizing women in that game. And I've already made the point that the industry has brainwashed everyone to basically make you want to see, because the woman doesn't look like a supermodel and the main character doesn't look like a supermodel, therefore it's woke, they're uglifying women. Which these people, like I said, have never seen a single woman in their entire life. They really haven't. They've never talked to a real female in their life. If you actually saw real females in life, you'd know they don't look like what they look like in Hollywood. A lot of the women in Hollywood have had plastic surgery, Botox, and stuff like that. It's all fake. And yes, some women do look like that, but you always find women that do look like that have the worst personality on the world, or they're in love with themselves, they're a narcissist. So, yeah, real women don't look. Actual real women, not every woman is a 10, and no woman's a 10 out of 10 anyway. That needs to stop as well because no one's perfect. Anyone that calls themselves a 10 out of 10 is a narcissist. And as it says, beauty is vanity. Because it is. That's all these people want. That's all they want. They want stuff like Stellar Blade with this over sexualized crap in video games. Alloy, Horizon Forbidden West. All because they made not beautiful. This is woke. This is woke. It's not woke. It's just, and all these devs have really done is expose these fake gamers for what they are. And that's why I made that video that day, because this is all fake gamers care about is attractive females in a video game. You don't. A game can literally be straight up garbage, and these people say it's a masterpiece just because it's got an attractive female in it. Let's be realistic now. There's many games that people have said are masterpieces that are trash. But because it's got a attractive female in the game, it's a masterpiece. Nier Automata, whatever it's called, that game is garbage. It is garbage. It's a garbage game. It really is. It's one of the most overrated trash that I've seen in my life. The game sucks. The only reason it was irrelevant is because of what I just said. Because it's a heavily sexualized woman. And when it had the male character, oh, that's right, people didn't like that one, did they? We all know why. We know why they didn't like it because, I'm not into men. That's all they are, the fake gamers. The fake gamers. They're not actual gamers. Now, with me, you can say whatever, people can say whatever they want. I could care less. I play as females a lot in video games when it gives you the character creation option. It's just what I prefer. I prefer to play as a female character. People can call me whatever. Literally couldn't care less. That's just what I prefer. I prefer that. That's all, I don't hate women. I ain't got a problem playing as a female in a video game. I've been doing it for a long time. My GTA 5 character is a female. And we all know that with these Republicans that voted Donald Trump. Oh, you're playing as a female in a video game. You're a weirdo, you are. You're a weirdo. They're not real gamers. These are the people that are killing the gaming industry. This is why they don't cater to the older generation. Because a lot of you older gamers are toxic. You say every game's trash before it comes out, and you wonder why you get no new games. There's many YouTubers that I've seen, they just say every game sucks. You're not a gamer. Just give it up. Go back to your old PlayStation era games, because nobody cares. It's the main thing with a lot of these older generation gamers. Like, oh, the modern games of today are just trash. They're not. You're just still living in the past in those tank controls and that. And again, a lot of tank control games back then were garbage games. A lot of them were. Hence why they don't put tank controls in video games anymore. Because they're annoying. They are annoying controls. But that's what they want. They just want these Dark Soul garbage games that are trash with an attractive female character, like the garbage games Neo. There's 3 of those games, and every single one of them is garbage. And it's funny that why did nobody call that game out? What is it? Wu-Tang, whatever garbage game that is. That game flopped, and nobody is talking about it now. That had a female character. There was no male option, as far as I know. That wasn't called woke, now was it? This garbage, man. So as I said, there's no actual proof that this game is woke. None. Crying that you can't play as a male samurai, grow up and get over it. If you want to play a male samurai, there's many male samurai games out there. Just get over it and grow up. If you don't want to play as a female in a video game, then just stop playing video games. It's as simple as that, because if you have a problem playing as a female in a video game, then again, you shouldn't even be playing video games because you're not a real gamer. If you care what somebody's gender is in a video game, you ain't a gamer. You really ain't. You're not a gamer. You really ain't. And as I said, there's many games from the era PS2, Enter the Matrix. You can play as a female, Naomi, and you're going around beating dudes up the whole game. Anyone that's played the game Enter the Matrix will know what I'm on about. You go around beating guys up in the game. That's not woke, though, is it? Oh, that's not woke. It's just, as I say, it's just laughable. It really is. Also, Matrix, the movie, Trinity. We all seen how strong she was in the movie. That wasn't woke, though, was it? See, I can sit here all day and expose the stupid nonsense that of these people's arguments because it's not at all arguments. It's just nonsense. It really is. Calling it what? So many idiots calling this game, and that's another word. The modding, the boomer basically game is called everything slop now. Yeah, I've always found these people that say these modding games are trash. I watch what games they play, and a lot of the games that they play are trash. Games like Call of Duty. Who is even still playing these irrelevant games anymore? Call of Duty sucks. So does Battlefield. It's some of the worst games that I've ever played in my life, and it's literally the same game. These are the people that are crying about this game. That's what games they play. Call of Duty, Fortnite, and stuff like that. Because I play a lot of games because I'm a real gamer. I grew up with gaming. Don't have a problem playing as a female character. Never have, never will. Many games that I enjoyed where you play as a female character. What was it? What are the main games? Resident Evil, all the Resident Evils. Um, Even the Ada Wong DLC. Kind of annoyed me that that was a paid DLC and in the original the DLC was built into the disc and you didn't have to pay for it. But it's funny with that DLC that came out, it was whole DLC of Ada Wong. Ada Wong was strong, fighting enemies, fighting zombies, fighting bosses. She was promoted as this badass, basically Asian chick. Um, no one called that woke. Why is nobody called Ada Wong woke? Because she clearly has that feminist vibe. Oh, that's right, because she's an attractive female character. That's right. No, that's when we don't say anything about it. So, yeah, as I said, and I want to bring this up again because I don't care. And I'm going to have to move in a minute. Give me a second, my hand's gone numb. Boost of Yōtei. Whoa. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Yeah, I mentioned this before. Just mention it again. These are the people that the boomers that call every modern game slop, woke, and stuff like that. I'm only going to mention one thing. Those saying that Mystique is looking masculine. One, it's the X-Men. Two, it's a mutant, so it's not a human. It can take any shape that it wants, any form that it wants. Mystique in the movies and the comics could transform into a male. So in reality, why are we not calling that? Why has X-Men never been called woke by that logic? Because she can transform into a male. But that's not woke, is it? Two, they're saying that Wolverine is a feminist and that he's not masculine in the trailer. Obviously, you've never watched Wolverine and you've never played the old games. and people are complaining that, oh, he's not as big as he is in the movies. Well, guess what? If you knew anything in the original comics, not everybody is on steroids. And what you see in Hollywood with a lot of these actors where they get massive for roles in films, they're on steroids. Well, that's what they're complaining about. They're complaining in the trailer, because I've seen many videos complaining that, oh, this game's woke because she has a facial structure, a bone structure, looks like a man. No, it doesn't. I don't know what women you have been dating, or women that, then again, you've been dating no women. Let's be realistic now. I don't know what women you have been looking at that look like men, because is the average woman doesn't look like what looks in Hollywood, what you see in Hollywood. A lot of the women, like I said, where they have perfect jaw lines, it's called plastic surgery. So yeah, that is not realistic what is in Hollywood. Same as the porn industry. What you see in pornography is not realistic. That's not the real world. That's not how it works. It's over exaggerated and it's all fake. It's as simple as that. So start falling for the Hollywood script that, oh, and people are calling it woke before it's already came out. How is it woke? How is Wolverine woke? Now, again, I've said in the past this game may be woke, but what I got from the trailer is they said even in the interviews, they said they're gonna be basically sticking to the comics. So unless in the comics Wolverine is woke, I don't see how this game's gonna be woke. But they keep bringing this up. Oh, Sweet Baby Ink worked on it, so it's guaranteed to be woke. Guess what? Guess what, idiots? A lot of games that you've played, Sweet Baby Ink has been involved. God of War. That was given Game of the Year. Was it really woke? The only thing that was really woke in it was the replace. We know who the character that they replaced, but was the story itself woke? No. So it's funny, isn't it? It's funny, isn't it? Everyone shilled that game, God of War, which is one of the most overrated garbage games that I've ever played in my life. Really is one of the most boring games on the planet. It really is. I don't understand why that game was so popular, because it's so boring. I spent so many hours on the game, and it was a chore. The game is boring. Both the God of War games are boring. They really are. But again, Wolverine. I don't know what's woke from the trailer, but they take this one specific screenshot of Mystique and say, oh, look, see, this looks like a man. Well, guess what? She can take any form and shape that she wants. She can take the facial structure of a man because she's a mutant. That's a whole ability. So one, that argument doesn't stand. Even if she did look like a man, she can take the form as a man because she's a mutant. So it's just a stupid argument, and it's dumb. Now again, if this game comes out and it's woke, then you've got an argument. I exposed Spider-Man 2. That game was riddled with woke crap. It really was. It was riddled with woke garbage. But this is what I mean. It's funny that You Rockstar fanboys, who's working on GTA 6? Oh, that's right. The same people that are working on Wolverine. But it becomes different then, doesn't it? It becomes different. Oh, that's right. Sweet Baby Inc. as well worked on Final Fantasy Rebirth. Did that game turn out to be woke? Not really. It has got woke crap in it. But yeah. But the majority of people ain't calling that game woke, are they? GTA 6 is being worked with the same company. They work with Take-Two. Take-Two owns Rockstar Games. They're a partner company. Take-Two owns Rockstar. They tell Rockstar what to do. Hence why GTA 5 has been milked for years. So yeah. But it's funny how no one's calling that one out, are they? Because GTA 6 looks woke. Woke as anything. But oh, that's when it becomes different, doesn't it? Because it's Rockstar Games, and Rockstar Games hasn't done anything woke recently. They censored their own game. So yeah, it's just laughable. It really is. And as I said, I brought up before, these idiots that create AI thumbnails, clickbait, they've got nothing better else to do with their life. They really haven't. I mean, just look at the thumbnail there. Complete clickbait. This one. Absolute clickbait. This is just literally. This is literally the Spider-Man game. And that's another thing that I want to bring up. You had the Republicans, the Donald Trump supporters praising I think it was Saudi Arabia bought a part of EA. And they're like, oh yeah, no more woke garbage in video games. Guess what? What do you think's now? What do you think's going to be full of games? You're most likely gonna have religious nonsense. But again, it's just nonsense anyway. And I don't even know why Saudi Arabia bought EA to start with. Who really cares about EA? EA's been irrelevant for a long, long time. So the people that are praising that, don't know why. Because again, those praising that, you do know that the laws over there are different to the Western laws. So if Saudi Arabia got a hold of the whole entire gaming industry, you'd have no more Stellar Blades sexualized women in video games because they don't allow that in their religion. You will not have games where you can have attractive females. It's not allowed in their culture. It's not allowed. And also, as well, there's laws of what they believe in. So it's just funny. They're like, oh yeah, no more woke garbage. But guess what? They can censor the game because let's be realistic. Final Fantasy got banned in Saudi Arabia, and many other games have been banned in Saudi Arabia. So as I said, if Saudi Arabia ever got hold of the gaming industry, it's not good. That would mean more censorship. But again, you fake gamers don't care though, do you? Because it's all about one thing, isn't it? Because you want to claim every game's damn woke. And you just look at the videos, it's garbage anyway. Vile Insomniac character. And as far as I know, they weren't a character artist. They were just someone that worked on the game. And that's what I said. This is the whole point of the cancellation and all that. And that's another thing as well. I don't even know how long I've been doing this video, but I had to get this all off my chest. But the cancel culture, people, we know what they say, the Republicans and that, and the right side. They say, oh, they don't agree to censoring someone's opinion. Say someone said something in the past, oh, we're going to cancel you for that because, oh, they said something 10 years ago. So now we're going to bring it up and cancel these people. Just imagine if these people said something 10 years ago that doesn't align with the right's opinion. Guarantee you, they'd be like, oh, we want this person cancelled. I'm not buying any more of their games. Cool, no one cares anyway. One, you are literally doing the same thing that the wokes do. Cancel culture. You boycotting this game is no different from what the wokes are doing. They do the exact same thing. They cancel people. They cancel people, and just for something that they said years ago or something that they said, you're doing the same exact thing. You are canceling. And again, it wasn't even Insomniac that said it either. This is why it doesn't even make any sense. And Sucker Punch as well. They didn't say it. It was one of the devs that got fired. So who are you really boycotting? What are you really boycotting? The person no longer works at the studio. So what are you really boycotting? Two, no matter what you say on Twitter, Sucker Punch does not care. They're a business. They don't care. We're seeing that now. You cancelling games. It happened. This is what you got to understand as well. They tried it with that Little Mermaid movie. Yeah, that movie was woke garbage, but the boycott didn't work, did it? That's what you got to understand. Boycotting doesn't work. It's a minority of people that are doing it because average people don't care. They do not care about politics. Real people that actually have a life. So again, people are going to continue to boycott these games and they're still going to sell well. So you're just wasting your time. Instead of trying to cancel people and boycott stuff, maybe stop being a snowflake and grow up. I wasn't offended by anything that the dev said. Didn't agree with it. It's vile what they said, but was I offended by it? No. Because as I said, I really don't care about politicians. I really don't. They're all the same. They're all corrupt. But what I said in the video, I meant the devs were just exposing themselves for what they were. Well, I don't care about politics. I don't care about Donald Trump. They're all the same. Every single one of them is the same. They're all the same. The left is the same. The right's the same. This is why you shouldn't be on either side. Because they're all the same. They're all corrupt. And that's what you anti-woke people want to get. Wake up to the reality. Wake up to the reality. It's never going to change in the gaming industry. I've said this. It is never going to change. It's not going to change. You boycotting games isn't going to stop anything. It really isn't. So, yeah. So yeah, just wanted to make this video because I meant what I said. It's the truth. It honestly is the truth. Yeah, and anyone that watches this back, I mean, no one watches it anyway, but give me the proof that this game is woke. Give me the single proof that this game is woke. Oh, that's right. You can't. I've proven my argument. I've debunked every stupid nonsense that these people have said. Because that's exactly what it is. Dumb nonsense. So, yeah.